Hey guys and girls, Paul here again for another instalment of Sargacious Sundays with my mate Dirrawong up here, keeping an eye on you, making sure you do your learnings and are paying attention. Now, before we go on, I would like to define for you the word sargacious and how it's connected to the ancient wisdom of our grandparents. So sargacious is to have or to show discernment, sound judgment, far-sightedness, and also to be mentally shrewd. So with that in mind, you can now see why I've termed this Sargacious Sundays. So without any further ado, let's get into our first saying that our grandparents used to bandy about that probably we all overlook now. Now this one, I'm sure I've chosen this one for a reason, because I'm sure everyone has heard of this saying. If you haven't, you've been playing life like an ostrich with your head stuck in the sand. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So I told you, probably heard of it. And you're probably thinking, really? Wisdom? Really? So, first of all, some history. This saying first appeared in print in Wales in 1866. Now, I'm sure they were verbally using this saying well before that. Okay. Now, if you go back to 1866, sailing ships were prevalent. The bane of the sailing industry was scurvy. And scurvy, as it turned out on these long voyages from England to Australia, for example, were brought about purely by a lack of vitamin C, fresh fruit. And once they realised that and started using fruit or dried fruit even on these journeys, scurvy numbers dropped dramatically. So right there and then there's a bit of wisdom there about how it benefits your health. And you're probably thinking, yeah, rightio, vitamin C, a bit of fibre, what else, is that it? Well, no, there's actually a lot more. So these days, there's a lot of things you can go out and buy related to having an alkaline system. It's a bit of a new trend, not new, but it's been around a little bit. But everyone's starting to be more aware of the need to be more alkaline, and I applaud that. However, what most people don't seem to realise is there's other easier, simpler ways to be more alkaline. And the reason why we should be more alkaline is because when you are in a more acidic state, your cells start to be more acidic. You could also almost term it like the cells are souring and then they mutate and create illnesses and even dis-ease. Okay? So the need for an alkaline state is actually saying to have a need to be healthy on a daily basis over a long term. Okay, because that's basically what your alkaline system does, in a nutshell. Now, some of the wisdom here. Citric acid helps to create an alkaline state in your body. And now people are going, what? You said citric acid? Surely if you put acid in, you become more acidic? Actually, it's counterintuitive. When you have something like a Granny Smith apple, my favourite, my absolute favourite, you have a Granny Smith apple, for example, and you go, well, that tartness is the citric acid. Same with lemons, it's citric acid. And the things that make up citric acid, when you eat them, as in apples, and you digest it, it converts from being citric acid into an alkaline state, which is then absorbed into your body. Now, like I said, there's a lot of things you can buy on the market these days, and I've bought some, so I'm as guilty as anyone. Yet, what if an alkaline system was actually as simple as a good diet and good diet, not eating the shit stuff, and eating more of the good stuff, like fresh fruit and veggies. So, I'll leave you with that little bombshell, that it's as simple as that, and I hope now you're starting to open your eyes towards some of the sayings of our grandparents and elders, let's say, our wise elders, and the fact that they may have had a bit more knowledge than even they realised, to be honest. We're using modern science to define things. They use common sense, which isn't that common these days, but that's a whole other story. So I'll leave you with that little nugget. If you want an alkaline system, look for acidic fruits. So for example, use lemon juice. Squeeze it straight into your water. I actually have a tea that I make regularly that has fresh squeezed lemon juice in it as one of the main ingredients. And I can assure you, over the past couple of years, I am now internally in a far better state than I was 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, which I'm quite happy about. So, that is the first instalment of Sargaceous Sundays. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now, I hope you are a little bit wiser on the how and the why that apple keeps the doctor away. So, I look forward to seeing you next Sunday for another instalment of Sargaceous Sundays. And we'll look at the wisdom of our elders. Ciao for now, folks. You have a good one. Ciao.